Hey everyone, so this is going to be my Elimination Chamber prediction video. Before I get into that, there is something I have to address. So I've noticed a recent influx of a lot of hate on my channel, basically because of my Royal Rumble video. I'm just gonna say right now, if you don't like my content, don't fucking watch it. It's common sense. Now I know that this is the nature of YouTube and I get it, but at the same time, I'm not going to put up with it. From here forward, comments are going to be approved. If you're rude and disrespectful, you will be blocked automatically by my moderators. I've got a ton of subscribers. I'm the wrong person to fuck with, okay? I do not bash people. I'm all for debates and having conversation. It's not always about agreeing. I understand if we disagree and it's just wrestling related, you can voice your opinion. Constructive criticism is great and I encourage that. However, when you're making personal attacks on my appearance and things like that, that's something I do not take lightly, especially in the wrestling community when 98% of the wrestling community is disgustingly overweight. Now, I want to say, if you're overweight but you're a good person, I fuck with you. I see you. No issues whatsoever. It's to you motherfucking trolls out there who look like sumo wrestlers. You know, I could go on and drag you, but your imminent heart disease will suffice. So like I said, if you don't like me, don't fucking watch me. The biggest marks are the people who look me up, check my every move. You're the biggest marks. You either come with respect or you don't come at all. All comments will be blocked. It's literally a waste of time to write hateful stuff because it will be deleted and blocked. You will be banned from my channel permanently and I will block every single fucking person there is. So thank you for the views. Thank you for the extra money. And just remember, do not fuck with me. I've got thousands of followers. It's really pointless. You know, you look stupid and pathetic, and maybe you should focus on your own life and bettering yourself rather than hating on somebody you're never gonna meet. You look like a fucking tool. So good job looking like a pathetic waste of life, and I hope it makes your mom proud, living in her basement. So Elimination Chamber kicks off in 9 days from Phoenix, Arizona. Now, I'm going to be very easy on this show because they literally only had 2 SmackDowns to build up this card. So Raw for Fastlane has 5 shows to build up for Fastlane. So Fastlane should be significantly better, even though it probably won't, which is really sad. I want to keep this positive, but yeah, I just hope for the best for both shows, but I definitely think that this show kind of is going to be a little bit lackluster because there's not much build. So we have the first match, which is the Tag Team Turmoil match. Now, if the Revival does not debut as a surprise in this match, clearly American Alpha will win here. I don't see any other team being viable enough to defeat them, because American Alpha is great. They're just not being utilized to the best of their ability on the main roster. So that's my one gripe about it. But I definitely see them retaining if the Revival do not debut here for the Elimination Chamber. Next up, we have Natalya versus Nikki Bella. This feud has been stemming all the way back to Survivor Series when Natalya attacked Nikki Bella backstage and prevented her from wrestling during the Survivor Series match. So I think it only makes sense for Nikki Bella to win here, but I've been reading that Nikki Bella might retire after WrestleMania 33, so they might just give this to Natalya because I think Natalya has been doing a lot better, especially in this feud, and I feel like she deserves the W here, so I personally would give this to Natalya. But Nikki Bella winning, I wouldn't be surprised if she did win, but Natalya would be my pick to win this. Next up for the Women's Championship, we have Alexa Bliss versus Naomi. Now, to be completely honest with you guys, everyone knows that I love Alexa, but Naomi should have had the title years ago. So this is like long overdue. I still think that Alexa's going to retain, but she's going to retain via a heel tactic. I believe that Mickie James is going to lend the assist to Alexa Bliss in order for her to retain her title. Naomi's gonna have her big moment at WrestleMania in her hometown of Orlando, Florida. She's gonna get a rematch, of course, because if it is like a cheap victory, she'll definitely have a rematch, and that is when Naomi will win. Naomi is extremely athletic. I'm not gonna give that whole spiel. I guess we all know it. Naomi's great. She's improved a ton, and you know, I'm not gonna sit up here like most of these people and say, she botches a lot, she botches a lot. Your birth is a botch, to be honest with you. So yeah, Naomi will win at WrestleMania, and I'm here for it. She's great. This is long overdue, and she deserves this way more than Alexa, to be honest with you. And I love Alexa, but Alexa's been on the main roster, what, not even 6 months? So yeah, definitely happy for Naomi, even though I still love Alexa to death, but it's time for someone new. And honestly, I just feel like with these new talents, they're not giving them the title reigns that I would visualize for them. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of these title reigns are very, very, very bad and stale. So we'll see what Naomi can do at Mania. But either way, I definitely think Naomi is going over at WrestleMania, but Alexa Bliss will go over at Elimination Chamber. The big match of the night, the Elimination Chamber, one of my all-time favorite pay-per-views. I love the cell. I think it's so demonic and so interesting. And I'm just really excited for all the talent that's in there. Now, something to note before I jump into it, there's 4 heels and 2 faces in this chamber match. That's kind of crazy. We don't really see that very often. However, if I had to pick this, I would definitely pick Baron Corbin to win because he is incredible. Realistically, though, it's a toss-up between John Cena retaining or Bray Wyatt. Now, I think Bray Wyatt could possibly get the W here because Randy Orton did win the Royal Rumble and he has the storyline with the Wyatt family. So it would only make sense for them to culminate that feud at WrestleMania in a match with Wyatt and Randy Orton going at it for the title. Now, maybe they'll do that, maybe not. Maybe John Cena will retain. That's another possibility, and have John Cena face Randy Orton at WrestleMania, even though 95% of us do not want to see that match. Definitely because, well, we've seen it 300,000 different times. We do not want to see that in 2017. We want to see something new, fresh, rejuvenated, not the same old spiel over and over and over, you know? So the definition of insanity is repeating the same thing over and over again. And I definitely think Vince McMahon is genuinely insane. Either that or he's just trolling the audience because he's giving up and he doesn't give a fuck. He just doesn't want to retire. He doesn't give a shit about the company as much as he did back in, say, the Attitude Era, you know, when it was flourishing. Now it's kind of going on a downward spiral. True fans really only love NXT. A lot of people I know, they don't watch every single week. They just catch the pay-per-views because it's the same thing over and over and over again. Vince loves to troll. It's known that he loves comedy and all that kind of stuff. So it's sad, but I just don't think he wants anyone else to succeed beside him. You know, he doesn't care about Steph taking over. He doesn't care about Triple H taking over. He doesn't care about Shane taking over. He is going to still remain in that chairman seat until he passes away. My 2 picks for the chamber who I would love to see, Corbin, and then I would love to see Styles win. I don't think Styles is going to win only because I'm hearing that he's going to have a feud with Shane McMahon for WrestleMania 33. To me, I think that's really wasting AJ Styles' talents. Now, AJ Styles is 40 years old. We don't know when his final Mania is going to be. He is up there in age in terms of being a pro wrestler. So I think that's definitely a waste of a match for AJ. Hopefully they spin that around and give him a better opponent. I'm going with Bray Wyatt. It just makes the most sense based on the storyline developments currently happening on SmackDown. Now, it is kind of a slap in the face to Cena having to give up the belt so quickly. If he relinquishes the title already, that's kind of bad, but it does make sense because they're really not making a big deal of him tying Ric Flair's record, so I guess it kind of makes sense. My pick is Bray Wyatt, even though that's not who I want realistically. I want Baron Corbin or AJ Styles. Baron Corbin has looked super dominant lately. He closed out SmackDown looking strong as fuck, looking super dominant. It would be amazing for Baron Corbin to win. He's definitely the dark horse of this chamber match. But I foresee him winning the IC title at Mania. And if I'm going to book even down the line, I actually think he's a viable candidate to win the Money in the Bank this year. They're putting him over like fuck. So that's amazing. I think the chamber is going to be good. I think all around the pay-per-view is going to be solid. However, it would have been a lot better if they had a couple more weeks to build. So I have high hopes for Fastlane. You know, having 3 extra shows like Raw does as opposed to SmackDown, it better be good. I'm going to be easy on Elimination Chamber because they only had 2 shows to build up for their show. So I think it was wrong that they booked it so far apart. They should have booked it like February 26th and then March 5th. I mean, it's ridiculous. They only have 2 shows to build up for a pay-per-view going into Mania. What the hell? That's so stupid. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and let me know your Elimination Chamber predictions down below, and keep subscribing for way more videos. Thank you guys for having my back. I love you guys so much.